How do? Tom here. It's review time again. Today's blend, spoke about before, Robert Louis Orcilla mixture. Smoking it once again in the Hussein core. Now this blend is an Oriental and Virginia blend predominantly. Some say there's a touch of Latakia in it. Personally, I've not really noticed, to be honest. If there is any in there, it must be the smallest increment. Some even said Black Cavendish, but I don't know about that one. Anyway, it's quite a mild blend, this one. It's quite an old school blend. It's been around quite some time now, which makes sense because to me this seems like a really old-fashioned type of blend. I'll show you how it looks in the tin before I light up again. Now, when I first started smoking this, I thought it's not special. Didn't really see much of an attraction to it, but then I thought that at first, but then see how much I've smoked already. That's like a quarter of a tin that's left. So it must be pretty good, yeah. Now it's got that kind of almost fruity, but very kind of perfumey smell that Turkish tobacco tends to have. And I would say Turkish is the main condimental tobacco in this blend. On a base of Virginias, I would say the predominant flavour comes from the Turkish. Pardon me one moment. So yeah, Virginia and Oriental, you do get a little whisper of Perique in there somewhere, but not with every puff, to be honest. I actually wasn't entirely convinced at first that there was any Perique in it. I weren't sure if maybe what I was tasting was what I normally attribute to a blend with Perique in it. And I wonder the same when people say they were picking up Cavendish, are they just attributing some of the sweetness of the Virginias with what you would typically associate with Black Cavendish? Could be. Could be, because as far as I know, this blend apparently is supposed to just be Virginia's Oriental, touch of Perique. So it's a bit of a mystery, really. You never really know who to believe in this situation. So I tend to just go with what my palate says. So I can tell you what's not in it. I can tell you there's no burley. I can tell you there's no Latakia that I can detect. I can tell you that I don't pick up on Black Cavendish in this blend. But I do pick up on Virginias, mainly brown and bright. just the faintest touch of perique here and there, but flavour wise Turkish, which is not a bad thing. I think Turkish is quite a underappreciated leaf sometimes. You don't see people raving about it as much as perhaps they should. This blend, gives you a very mild, easygoing smoke. It's not going to knock your socks off by any standards. And it's perfectly pleasant. You can smoke it pretty much all the day through. Some say it's a breakfast blend. Some say it could be an all-day blend. Like I said earlier, I think of this as an old-fashioned kind of blend. To me, this is the kind of thing I imagine someone in the Victorian period might have smoked, Something mild, something with no bite, something inoffensive in terms of taste, in terms of smell, because it gives quite a nice room note, which again, Turkish tobacco, it's got that kind of almost perfumey aromatic quality to it. Apologies there. Someone had the audacity to phone me while I was filming. That's someone who needs some new teeth soon, I'm telling you. Anyway, as I was saying, Turkish tobacco does tend to have that almost aromatic perfumey quality to it, without ghosting the shit out of your pipes, of course. But yeah, I would say this blend could make a decent all-day blend. Like I said, at first I wasn't certain what to think of it. I really wasn't, but given how much of it I've smoked, and it's supposed to be a blend that is, the whole point of this blend club business is you buy a tin, you smoke it for half a month, come to a decision towards the end of the month. Well, we're only just kind of in the middle of a month, and I've already nearly polished off a tin of this, so this goes to show how much I am actually quite enjoying it. And I imagine it's got some really good aging potential. And confession time, this is actually the first Robert Lewis blend that I've ever properly smoked, which makes me think I probably need to revisit the others now. So there might be some more Robert Lewis reviews coming up in the near future. So yeah. So to summarise this blend, it's got a buttery, almost creamy flavour to it. It's mild, but in a good way, in an all-day blend kind of way. I get absolutely no bite from this whatsoever. It's very easy to smoke, some really good aging potential. It's worth at least a 4 out of 5. I probably wouldn't have it in my regular rotation, but I am planning on getting a few tins to age away, and it's something I'm going to smoke at least once in a year of, I think. It's very, very enjoyable. I would say definitely get yourself a tin if you can, see what you think of it. If you're not a big fan of Orientals, or if you prefer a stronger smoke, then maybe this one is not for you. This is a mild one, but I've enjoyed it all the same. But I mean, I don't smoke for the nicotine. But yeah, so I will be stocking up on that. Easy 4 out of 5. Okay, so thank you for watching. Apologies for the weird edits on this one. People try to phone me and not understanding when I hang up on them. But in the meantime, I'll see you all again very, very soon. Keep getting your giveaway submissions in. That runs until middle of June. Some people said I was going to do the drawing at the pipe show, which is ridiculous. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to be far too busy. I'm going to try and get some filming done at the pipe show, though. And if any of you are going to be at the pipe show, I will see you there. Because I will likely be there before I get another video up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Cheers.